Hello, in this video we're taking a detailed look at how to overcome the fear of driving over bridges. Have you been driving for many years and suddenly, without any reason whatsoever, you've just got this fear when you go over a bridge, maybe one you've driven over hundreds of times before? Do you find that your hands start sweating, your stomach starts crunching, you feel like you've got butterflies in your stomach and your heart starts racing, and you feel a panic when you realise that there is nowhere to pull over? Well, don't worry, because you're not alone if you're suffering from those symptoms. My name's Paul, and I work as an online therapist where I help people all over the world to overcome a wide range of driving-related issues. And without doubt, the fear of driving over bridges is one that comes up time and time again. I have made other videos on this, but this one I'm making in April 2022 is when I've now worked with dozens of people who have got this problem, probably hundreds by now, and I understand a lot more about it than I did when I made previous videos. So feel free to check those videos out, but this is more of an updated version. So let's have a look at why you've got this problem to begin with. Well, the most important thing to understand is, as you'll know if you've watched other videos of mine, and I've now got over 100 videos on driving anxiety, you can check those out in my playlist linked in the description. But the reason you've got this has got nothing to do with driving, because, as I always say, driving anxiety has nothing to do with driving. So when you drive over a bridge and you're getting these panic attacks, that's a symptom of another problem. In a previous video, I mentioned about how it's a fear of heights, and while that is true, the fear of heights actually has nothing to do with the fear of heights. And you see, this is where it gets very difficult for people to understand. What you're experiencing is just a symptom. So what's happening is, you've got something in your life that needs resolving. This is some kind of issue that's probably been going on for many years. And until you resolve it, this is how it chooses to show itself. Now, why it does that, how it does that, we don't know. Nobody in the world knows this. Whatever people tell you, we'll probably never know exactly how the mind works and how the human body works completely. We've got theories and ideas, but that's all they are. So rather than get involved in talking about all that kind of stuff, what I'm more bothered about is actually getting rid of it. But what's happening is, you've got some kind of trapped emotion, a trapped feeling from the past, which for whatever reason is coming out when you drive over a bridge. So some examples of this that I've had in the past have been relationship issues, abuse as a child, losing a toy, losing a pet. It can be family issues, it can be anything from your past. And this is why I say it's got nothing to do with driving. If ever you see someone offering you a driving course, that is never going to get rid of the fear of driving over bridges. And I know this because, as well as being a professional therapist, trained to a very high standard, way above that of most therapists you'll meet, I was also a driving instructor for over 20 years, and I taught over 1,000 people to drive. I also trained hundreds of driving instructors, so when it comes to driving and anxiety, I know exactly what I'm talking about. So that's why you've got the problem. It's some kind of issue from your past. And if you don't believe or agree with that, well, that's fine, but just know that you'll have the problem for as long as you believe that to be the case, because that is what causes it. And until you believe it's true, and until you accept that and are willing to work through that, you won't get anywhere with this. And I'm saying this because I understand that when I was not a therapist, when I just worked as a driving instructor, I used to think, that just sounds crazy. This is all just weird nonsense. How can any of that trapped emotions and all this have anything to do with driving? Well, I went and got educated, trained in therapy, worked with hundreds of people to help them overcome the fear of driving. And I can promise you that's what it is. And that's why you won't get anywhere by just driving, because it doesn't matter if you open a window, if you drink more caffeine, less caffeine. That is not the problem. It's to do with a trapped emotion from your past. So how do you get rid of this? Well, the simple way to get rid of it is that you go through a short course of therapy, which is what I do with people. I've done this in as little as 20 minutes. So from the time the call began, I work with people online through video chat, and we just go online, we talk to each other. It doesn't matter where you are. I've worked with many people in America, Australia, all over the world. We talk online, and I've done it as little as 20 minutes. The problem has gone. Now that is quite unusual, and I'm not saying it will always be that quick. Normally it takes anywhere from 1 to 4 hours, because everyone's problem is unique to them. And this is what you need to understand. When people watch videos like this, they're often hoping for some quick fix answer, some one-size-fits-all solution, where they can just clap their hands 3 times, dance around the car backwards, sing a song, and then the problem goes. People often look for these magic quick fix solutions. What I do is not a magic quick fix solution. We actually go and find the cause of the problem, and we dig it out and we change it forever. This is not just something that's going to last for a day or two and then go. This is something that can change your life. And I'm talking way beyond just the fear of driving over bridges, because I can promise you something that might surprise you. Did you know that this problem will be showing up in other areas of your life? Have you ever realised that? It is never, ever just isolated to driving. Now, you may have a range of other issues like relationship problems, sleep problems, weight problems, smoking problems. They can all be linked to the same thing. And I've had times when I've done this with people, and not only can they drive over bridges, but they go and have a relationship for the first time in years. How does that work? Well, I've explained this in other videos, so I won't go over it again. But if you want to be going over bridges, all you need to do is contact me through my website, firstdrive.com, or click the links in the description. You can book a call with me, and we'll have a short chat for about 10 to 15 minutes, and we'll go over a few things, get some details, and I can explain how I can help you. So if you want to get over this fear of driving over bridges and get back to living your life the way you want to, without having to avoid bridges, spending hours driving around them, planning different routes, having to check every route you do to see if there's a bridge along the way, having to program your sat-nav to avoid bridges, you can avoid all those problems by simply contacting me and get the help you need. So contact me through my website, firstdrive.com, and check out these other videos on the screen now for more help with the fear of driving. Thanks for watching, and as always, I'll see you again soon for more videos.